In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most important parts of a usability test, and frankly, one of the most common mistakes that's done in a usability test, which is you test the specific task, but not the common navigation flows, all the common navigation flows to start that task. So let's be specific. In the To-Do app, which is this fictional app we created for demo purposes, we have 4 features: the current projects, the archive projects, the timeline, and the notepad. And the notepad is the new feature that we're building. It's in prototype form, and we're doing usability testing on it. And the purpose of the notepad was because people who are in the current projects or the archive projects or even in the timeline, and they said they wanted to add their comments to the current project or the archive project. And so our solution was the notepad feature. Now, a mistake, a improperly structured usability test would be starting that usability test for the notepad feature on the actual notepad, beginning of the notepad feature. So literally on the tab depressed for notepads, and we'd say, hey, here's your task, add a note to the notepad. And of course, if we did that, people would say, this is a note completed. You would ask how easy that was, how intuitive it was. They'd say it was very easy, very intuitive. We'd build it, roll it out, and no one would use it. The way to structure the test is not just can they accomplish the specific task, but also can they navigate properly to that task from all of the most common navigation paths. And so, for example, people want to add their comments to the current projects. Let's start them on the current projects and test whether their natural intuitive flow to get into the notepad feature from the current projects, if the flow that we've designed is intuitive and makes sense and will naturally do that, but not just the current projects, because people want to use the notepad also from the archive project or from the timeline. And so a mistake we made is and obviously this is an oversimplification. It's a very stripped down, very basic prototype. But in big products where they have a lot of features and a lot of elements to it, a lot of design elements to it, features can get lost. They could be hard to discover and hard to find, and that impacts utilization. That creates frustration for the customer. And so what you want to make sure you do as you add new features into an established product or a significant product is you want to make sure that the navigation flows to that feature, not just the actual feature, but the navigation flows to that feature from all the different key part starting spots. The common navigation flows are very intuitive as well. Not just the design, not just test the design of that specific feature, but also test the navigation flows.